Hello, everybody. Back here again for another vlog a day. And today is Wednesday the 6th. And today was a beautiful, gorgeous day outside. And by gorgeous and beautiful, I mean crazy cold, but at least sunny. It was, I think, negative like 9, something like that. Actual temperature, wind chill was disgustingly cold below that. And everything the news and the weather were calling out for was 5 minutes exposure would cause frostbite. So definitely not a day you'd want to be broke down in a car or doing much outside if you didn't have to. So I got up this morning, had a handful of things to get done, nothing real major. Got a few things taken care of, kind of got myself awake in that, and then got things taken care of. And I had a call from a podcaster that did a little interview with me. It was kind of interesting. It was rather, I don't know, I didn't know what to expect. It was really cool. He's just a common, pretty chilled, laid back guy, having a lot of fun, just kind of joking and laughing around a bit. And it sounds like he might want to do another interview with me down the road again sometime in the future to kind of catch up on how things are going in 2015. We pretty much just touched on a lot of my running experience and when I started out at a 330-pound man and different issues. Talked about the dog quite a bit, different stuff. We'll see if it recorded well. There was a couple technical errors where the phone call kept dropping out and that. I'll have to see if he gets it cut together, if it's worth airing or not, if there was good sound quality and all that good stuff. So if it actually airs out, I will remind you guys, I guess, whenever that happens. Might be a couple weeks, maybe a month out, who knows, because he's always kind of a little bit behind on the just processing the stuff and whatnot. So hopefully it recorded well. Hopefully he thinks there's something worth in the interview to actually put on the air, and we'll see what happens. So it was one of those things where it wasn't really like freaked out. I had a little bit of that nervousness talking to some dude who's going to record it and put it out to the world, but I'm doing the same thing right here. And this one nobody watches, so my views on this are 0 to 7 on average for these little clips. So I got a feeling he's going to have more than 7 listeners on his podcast. So had a little bit of nerves then, but I just kind of just balled through it and went on just with no problem at all. Really good conversation. Took us about an hour. A few minutes we got talking to begin with, anything I need to update, blah, blah, like kind of see how things are going to go. I kind of know how technology works. I know how the recording thing takes place. And like he said, he can edit things out. He can kind of cut it together. And there was a couple times, like one time he actually hit the mute button. It was kind of funny. And I'm talking, I'm like, hello, hello. And then he realized that he thought the phone dropped off. He realized my mic was still moving. His wasn't, so he realized he hit the mute button. So it was kind of funny. Kind of laughed about it. He says he'll cut that out. I don't know. Maybe he'll leave it in. Who knows? So then another time I was in the process of telling a story about my first half marathon and how I rewarded myself with food to wake up and the whole taking off. And then next thing you know, he wasn't there, and I was like, "Where in the hell did we lose each other at?" And he told me kind of where we dropped off. So I tried to pick it up there, so hopefully he can splice those two together and make it sound semi-seamless in the process. So it's amazing how somebody who knows how to do a little editing and knows how to do a little bit of that can really cut stuff together, and you'll never even know there were screw-ups in the way. So hopefully it comes together worth listening to. He might play it back and realize he doesn't need to interview just some fat lazy guy who took up running years ago. So. And maybe he thinks it will be positive. And it all started because he asked on Twitter what people wanted to hear about. I said, less of the superstars that we hear, like Dean getting interviewed constantly and stuff. We know all about, all these, super people that are interviewed on a dozen podcasts a month, and talk to just normal, regular, lazy slops that don't know what they're doing and the whole learning curve. So he literally, like minutes later, threw it back on me going, "Hey, do you volunteer to be interviewed for this?" I put it off for a long time. One, I was in between phones, had some issues there, and then I had a massive flu. It was just kicking my butt. My voice sounded like hell. Not that it sounds good now, but it sounded wretched then. So got that all done. I kind of forgot about it, and I'm like, I better just get this over with, because before I chicken out and don't do it. So talked to the guy, nice guy. We'd had a couple little back and forth on Twitter, kind of arguing about injuries and whatnot stuff. So he kind of had already felt like we'd busted each other's balls a little bit, so kind of had a little bit more of a camaraderie there, which was pretty cool. So that felt good. Talked about the dog quite a bit. It's kind of nice talking about Bruce on there. He has a dog he runs with, and he said the dog's only good for about 7 miles, and Bruce is running full marathons with me. So just a nice little time. Like I said, I hope it comes out. I hope it was worth airing, and hopefully somebody gets some motivation out of it in the whole process. It'd be kind of nice to have if I can inspire one more person to get out and get off their ass and get off the couch and go do something, that's all. It's awesome. So every time you have somebody go, I'm running because of you, or I stopped eating, 3 bags of chips a week. I'm down to 1 bag of chip and I've lost 3 pounds because of you, or whatever that is. It's always such an awesome feeling to be able to help somebody, especially when it's a complete stranger that you get nothing out of it. Like they're not going to pay you. They're not going to, they're never going to see you to give you a hug to thank you. Just knowing the fact that you've encouraged somebody to get off their ass and go do something is such a great feeling. Especially, like I said, when they can't buy you dinner, they can't reward you in some way. It's such a cool feeling to give to somebody who can't give back to you, with the hope they'll then encourage somebody else and move on, and so on and so forth. You never know how far down that will keep going before it finally ends up, reaching out and touching many, many people in the process. So that was fun. Done with that. Did some other stuff around the house. Got some things taken care of. Just vacuuming, cleaning up. I ended up scrubbing some of the dog stuff that needed a really good heavy duty scrubbing. So I scrubbed that stuff up real good. Fun stuff. So then I took off for my run. Again, like I said, 5 minutes outside, frostbite sets in. So I went ahead and bundled my ass up. Took off for a run with my dog, put his coat and stuff on, went and ran for a couple miles out there, which was a little bit slower than I'd like to have run, but the lungs and stuff in that cold weather just really kicks your butt. And if you're cold like that and you're breathing in super heavy, you can actually frostbite your throat and your lungs. So I wasn't trying to run a 5-minute mile or nothing stupid like that. So I think I did like a 9-minute something the first. I think they're both in the 9s, but high 9s, whatever it was. So got done with it, felt good the whole process, couldn't beat it. My phone though, piece of crap. It's so, like the new iPhone I picked up, that thing is not liking cold weather. It keeps freezing up on me and it really pissing me off. So I don't know what's going to happen with it. I don't know if I have to buy a new one. I don't know what I got to do. So I got to figure something out. So that thing is annoying the crap out of me. I might put back on the OtterBox case. Maybe the sealed case would help protect a little more, because the case I've got it in now is not a sealed waterproof case. So who knows? We'll have to figure out something, because this concept, I bought this thing for the Road ID app mostly, so I'm running. If I get hit by a car, if I fall over from a heart attack, they'll be able to find my body. Won't work if the damn phone froze up solid and shut off and I have to be warmed back up again. So that's annoying as hell. But other than that, pretty much just same old day. Got in, got warmed back up from that run. Surprisingly, wasn't as bad as I thought. Like I said, I wasn't out that long though. I'm out there for a couple miles. Was not that bad. So that's pretty much it. 371 days into my run streak still. I've literally run every day outside for the last 371 days. That's disgusting to think about those numbers. So it's kind of interesting, but it was also kind of fun to just be able to talk about running with somebody who's really passionate about running, and it got my mind running crazy about different stuff about running. So that's kind of cool. So I also got on Twitter tonight. There's a little running community and stuff. Found a guy in West Des Moines that's a runner also. So I think next time I get to Des Moines, I go run, I'm going to try and get a hold of him and see if he wants to take off, some time and go for a run after work or whatever kind of thing, which by this time of year, it's going to be dark when running. But it sounds like he runs on Saturday mornings with a running group up there, but I think they start running at like 6 or 7 a.m., which it's a 2-hour drive for me. And unless I spent the night in Des Moines, there's no way I'm getting up at 3 a.m. to get out of here by 4 to get there by 6. That's never going to happen. So, but if I spent the night up there, maybe go hit the poker room, spend the night all night up there playing poker, and then just leave the casino by 5:30, quarter to 6, like that, run out and hit the running group and go for a run. That might work for me. So I have to look into that one of these nights. But anyway, that's all I got for right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe and wonderful day. Thanks for watching.